Canada reported its best ever fourth quarter revenue number today of about $5.2 billion, 5.4, I believe, and adjusted EBITDA of nearly $700 million. Our next guest says Air Canada could be affected by a declining Canadian dollar, and it may gradually lose out to some of its U.S. peers. Let's bring in Stephen Trent, Managing Director at Citi Research. He covers the stock, and he joins us from New York City. Stephen, thanks a lot for joining us. Do you have a sense of why the stock is down fairly substantially today? The company looked like it delivered a solid set of fourth quarter results. Is there something that investors are worried about?
Yeah, good afternoon, and thanks for having me on. I think overall there's a lot of volatility in the market. I think there's a great deal of uncertainty in the North American political environment. So you have investors out there that aren't 100% sure whether they're going to wake up 2 weeks from now and see their portfolios changed by a solitary tweet of some kind. So I think that is certainly playing a role in today's share price action.
And you addressed that in your note after the conference call today. Air Canada management was asked about the tense relations between the United States and Canada and perhaps other countries as well. Air Canada management, in your words, emphasized that there's uncertainty regarding North American political developments and what it could mean to Air Canada's bottom line. What's your take on what, for instance, a tariff war and a feeling, a sense of hurt feelings, at least on this side of the border? How could that affect Air Canada?
Yeah, sure. So I think, the feelings go well beyond what could happen in the transportation sector in terms of potential repercussions. But I think looking at Air Canada's situation or another situation, I would say if tariffs get imposed, it's really hard to put math on the economic impact from the aviation perspective. Just looking alone at what it means for currency, a stronger U.S. dollar, all else equal, could be a headwind for Canadians looking to visit the U.S. You may have fewer Canadians want to visit the U.S. after tariffs get put in place, and if the political rhetoric doesn't dial down a little bit. Certainly on the tariff side, there are a number of ways that tariffs could affect Air Canada and U.S. airlines for that matter. I would not say Air Canada's alone, but I think the point is today, from what we know, which is not a great deal on any details on a potential tariff, and it's very hard to apply math to the situation.
You also noted that on the conference call, management said it's strategically pulling down some capacity, i.e. flights, to U.S. destinations like Florida, Las Vegas, and Arizona. Is that a result of the politics and the uncertain economic outlook? The management also said the carrier is trying to be proactive when it pulls down this capacity.
Yeah, look, I think they are trying to be proactive about it, and it's really hard to predict what's the exact outcome going to be. But certainly you have these sun destinations where you could see several scenarios in which there's an impact on southbound demand. So do you proactively redeploy that capacity somewhere else? Yeah, there's certainly logic to doing that. And in fairness to Air Canada, certainly a lot of the potential scenario is beyond their control. So I think it is good for them to be proactive and think about optimal capacity deployment under, probably many different scenarios, depending on what happens over the next month.
Okay, we've got less than a minute left. The stock is now at about 17.50 Canadian. You're very constructive on these shares. Your target is 26.50. Why are you bullish on Air Canada?
Yeah, look, so I think on a long-term basis, the setup is attractive for them in terms of their market power in their home market with respect to what they can do with their global alliances and premium product. Would I say it's my top airline pick? No. But I do think once we get past this intense volatility, I think there's an opportunity, or at least potentially an opportunity, for investors to take a look once the dust settles. And of course, price action over the next coming months is probably going to play a very important role on what that opportunity looks like.
Stephen, thank you so much for your insight. Stephen Trent,